Hello my lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I greet you according to your time and the time you are seeing this video. We are still on the gist from the palace of Ooni of Ife. Allegedly they said the king did something that the Olories were not expecting at all. Following the fact that they said there's this juju that is tied in a red cloth that is found in the king's chamber. And after series of interrogations and questioning, none of the Olories agrees that she is the one that keep it there or she know anything about it. Even though they said some of them started accusing themselves, telling themselves, it's you, it's not you, it's you, it's not you, trying to put confusion because that is what it is. They try to distract the king from finding out the real truth. You know, with that drama and confusion, they think that the king is going to, forget about it, saying, oh, these women, as usual now. But this time around, they said the king was too serious about this thing because he never expected that such a thing will happen in his palace, not to talk of his chambers. So, they said when he summoned the women, Ronke was accusing Mariam. Mariam was accusing Ronke. Mariam at the time started accusing Elizabeth too, saying that it's Elizabeth that is always in the king's chamber and all of that. So many of them. But at the end of everything, they arrived at nothing. Even when they said the king threatened to bring the Ifa priest, they tried to convince the king not to bring Ifa priest and all of that. I don't know if the king accepts with them that he is not going to bring the Ifa priest or not. We've not heard about that. But what we are hearing right now, allegedly, is that the king have summoned all their staff, because we know that all these Oloris, they have their private staff, their personal staff. Some people that are allocated to them to do their chores for them in the palace. And all of them have their personnel who is working for them. And some time ago, we heard that Queen Elizabeth, Dr. Elizabeth and the king, that they sack Mariam's personal maid and 3 people that also works in the palace. 1 is a cook, 2 is the water supplier, and the 3rd one they said is a gardener, And the reason they sacked those people was because they were seen coming out from Mariam's chamber late at night. And that is not the first time they are seen working for Mariam in a secret way. And when the thing was somehow, and most of the times they do their discussion out of CCTV camera, because we do know that in the palace there is CCTV camera everywhere, but it is not in their rooms. So anytime they do any form of discussion in the room, you cannot say this is what they discussed or their mission. And that is the reason they said the king sacked those people, because he believed that they are working for Mariam, of which they are supposed to be working for the palace entirely. So this time around, they said the king summoned all the staff in that palace, especially those of them that have access to the room through the Olories, because from what we are hearing, they said those Oloris, when they want to do their wifely duties, they come with their staff. Some of them will just clean the as in the staff will be cleaning the king's chamber or do any job that is required of the Olori to do. The staff will be doing it on their behalf. They will be there to watch over the staff, because they cannot leave the king's chamber for the staff. When the person is done, the person will go and the Olori will close everywhere and take care, So the king, believing that maybe the Oloris must have used any of this staff to achieve that, to drop that juju in his chamber, summoned all of them. They said after series of questioning, no one of them accept that he or she know anything concerning that juju. So the next thing we heard is that the king sacked all of them. I mean, all of them except the ones that he newly employed, because they said after sacking those ones that are seen with Mariam, that they employed new ones, because they believe that these people, in one way or the other, they must have known or seen or heard where they discuss about that charm or anything. That is what the king believed. And I know that he is doing all these things for security reasons. I know it will not go well with Mariam and some of them who their personal staffs have been sacked, especially those ones that are obedient to them, you know. But that doesn't matter at this point. What matters is that there is strict security in the palace, and that is why they said the king sacked all of them. And the women, the Olories, couldn't believe it, because they have to do one or two things for themselves right now until new ones are employed. And this is something that did not go well with them. They don't even like it at all. The thing is that the king is not, he doesn't feel more safe with these women and their servants. So, but why would you be living with someone that you don't feel comfortable with? When you're with that person, you'll be afraid of anything or the unknown. Let me tell you, this case where the king was seen cutting his cake and sharing it is a very clear indication, as in a very clear way of telling the people, look, oh, I am not safe with these people. I am always afraid of my life. And it is not supposed to be so. It is not supposed to be so. Worst come to worst, the king should make them swear an oath that they can never plan any evil against him or against his household again. That is at least is a starting point for to me. Oh. But the fact remains that who are going to provide this oath? Is it not the same Ifa priests who are not trustworthy according to what we are hearing allegedly? So the only thing that our king wants now is that he really wants Queen Naomi to come back. But Queen Naomi cannot come back in this situation because she is not safe here. Neither is Prince Tadenikawo safe. So the king is afraid of his life among these women. But yet they are still in that marriage. Which kind of marriage is this? You see why it is not good to gather some ant-infected plants or firewood. Because when they will start dancing, the kind of lizard that will be coming to your house, you will not like it. And that is exactly what is happening here right now. Had it been that the king did not summon all these people, I wonder what he is gaining, in as much as some said that he married them for business purposes, you know, to increase his net worth and all of that. But when you increase your net worth and your safety and happiness is not guaranteed, does it worth it? To me, it doesn't worth it. It doesn't worth it. And the one thing we should know is that Queen Naomi, even had it been she's still there, she will be growing. And you don't know what God have destined that a man or a woman will be. The person will surely be that thing. Trying to rush to get people who have made it already so that they will increase your wealth and whatever and take away your happiness. It doesn't make sense. So my people, according to what we're hearing, they said the king have sacked all their personal maids and staff so that he will be safe. Although very soon he will employ others. But let's just pray for his safety and security in that palace because it's becoming something else. So, anyways, my people, now so we hear them. Don't forget that they are all alleged information, okay? Always bear that in mind. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you're yet to subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. Bye for now. Love you guys.